we're going to go ahead and jump into our week 1 preview. We're just going to be kind of discussing some players to kind of watch out for this coming week. We're going to start with some quarterbacks. It's always a good place to start, right?
Yep.
So we're going to kind of do some quarterbacks we like, some we kind of don't, and then we're going to do a sleeper. I should say a streamer. So each week we'll do a streamer. Tom Brady.
Yeah, I think Tom Brady's a smash play this week.
Yeah, Tom Brady. Bucks playing the Cowboys.
First game of the season.
Yeah, man. I don't see anything wrong with this matchup.
I mean, they made Dallas went in the draft for improvements, but they're rookies. They're young. The team was horrible in defense last year.
It's Tom freaking Brady.
And yeah, that Bucks offense was just can be unstoppable.
I mean, come on, man. So Tom Brady is going to be a smash play this week.
Yep.
We've got Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah. Against Arizona, I like it. It's at home. It's going to be our first game to see Julio Jones out there. You have the rushing capability, just an efficient offense. I like him as a week 1 guy to feel confident in.
Yeah, definitely. And then last but not least, Lamar Jackson against the Raiders.
Yeah, the Monday night game that he should smash here. They're down running backs. They lost Justice Hill too. They're looking at guys to bring in, but right now it's just Gus Edwards and Tyson.
Oh yeah, I forgot his last name already.
Yeah, but they're also looking at other guys, but it should be Lamar Jackson on the ground.
Should be the Lamar Jackson show.
Yeah,
and the Raiders they're just the Raiders.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a big year for them. They need to step it up, but I don't think it's going to be happening against Baltimore.
Yeah.
Go ahead and jump into some. We're going to jump into our not so good matchups, we think, for this week.
Just temper expectations on some of these players.
Yeah.
Don't expect them to light it on fire week 1.
One guy that I want to temper is Dak. So he's playing the Bucks, guys, and we still don't know about his injury.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what reports have said, okay? Because there's been reports that he's still getting MRIs. Then he's not, and so on and so forth. I don't know, and he's going against arguably number 1 or the second best freaking defense in the whole NFL.
Yeah.
He's going to get hit. He's going to get I just don't know what to expect from Dak.
You're playing him if you have him. Like, you just have to. There's definitely a chance where this goes fine, where he's able to make it a good game. But there's, like you said, there's not just one factor here. There's 2 factors you have to consider. 1, it's just a terrible matchup. And 2 is he's missed a lot of the offseason rehabbing. We're still iffy on that. Reports are he's going to be full go week 1, but
again, until I see him out on the field and throw that first ball, I'm kind of still like, I'm just really iffy.
Yeah.
So next one, Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, I wanted to put this one on here just because it's his first game on a new team. It's against the Bears. I think
good defense.
I wouldn't expect him to set the world on fire in this game.
Yes, I mean, we're definitely huge fans of Matthew Stafford this year.
I'd have no problem playing him. If he's my starting quarterback, you're going to play him, but don't expect like a top 5 finish.
Right. And we're not saying he couldn't do it. Just don't expect it.
Yeah. This is the Sunday night game. I'm actually very interested in this game.
This
Rams-Bears.
This is my favorite game, I think, this weekend. I'm so jacked. And I would have loved it even more if Justin Fields was starting.
I was just about to say that, but there's no chance.
It's not going to happen.
Unless Aaron Donald just literally puts Andy Dalton through the dirt.
Which will happen.
I hope
it definitely will happen. And then our streamer for this week.
It's weird, if you're streaming week 1, but if you need a quarterback to play, he's probably available. His name is Kirk Cousins.
Yep. Minnesota is definitely playing Cincinnati, and
they're a good offense to score a lot of points. That was not the problem with them last year. It was the defense. So hopefully Cincinnati can come back in this game. They can just go back and forth, get the score going up high. And Kirk Cousins, he's just always a streamer.
He's always a good streamer to pick, to be honest.
Yep.
All right, let's go into our running backs here then.
Yep.
Let's start the bad ones this time.
Okay.
Zeke. I know you want to talk about him.
Yeah, I do. I think this is a very, very important game for Zeke, especially Dak. They say he's full go, but I do think there's that chance that they lean on him a little bit more. This is a very tough matchup. I want to see Zeke. I mean, this is nice being the first game of the season. All eyes are going to be on it. I want to see Zeke actually look like Zeke in this game at times.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's going to be hard going. It's probably not going to be super efficient because of this defense, but we have to see some plays out of Zeke. Like, we have to.
Yeah, and just considering everything that went down last year, and I mean, again, that whole team got demoralized with injuries.
Yeah.
So this is not Dak's fault. I'm definitely not saying that. But when you need a guy of his caliber, and for even how much they're paying him, like, you still got to be able to make plays. And he did make some, but like, I would still argue that, we talked about this last year. Tony Pollard looked even a little bit more efficient last season and was definitely more explosive than Zeke.
Yeah.
And so, he lost some weight in the offseason, if I'm not mistaken. I know reports, I think it was like 10, 15 pounds he dropped. We'll see. But yeah, this is a huge game for him to be able to come out and just, again, I'm not going to say he's going to set the world on fire, but he needs to play well.
Yep.
And it's a tough
Even
matchup.
if it doesn't show up fantasy-wise,
yes.
He just needs to pass the eyeball test for this game.
Right. I don't think he's going to have 30 points this week,
No.
but he needs to put up some solid runs together and maybe score a touchdown.
Okay.
One that I did not like, Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
I love the player. He's going against Seattle. Seattle is like number 2 run defense last year.
They were surprisingly good last year. It's a Sunday game, afternoon game, but it's not really the Jonathan Taylor's the problem, but Carson Wentz is coming back from injury. Quentin Nelson's coming back from injury. It looks like they should play week 1, but they have missed time. There is that off chance that something happens. They're not there week 1.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it is just not a good matchup. So I would temper expectations a little bit.
Yeah, I still think he could play well. I just don't think. Yeah, he's not going to have a boom game this week. And last on this one was Saquon Barkley against Denver.
Yeah, Saquon is. I took him in a league the other day, and it's just kind of how it fell. I feel fine with it, but the reports are week 1 that he's going to play, but he will have his workload monitored. And there are concerns that some of the coaching staff reports are that that's the plan. Like, they don't want to use him like they used him in the past because they're done with this getting him injured. They want to keep him as healthy as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So you have those concerns as well week 1, especially he's missed a lot of the training camp. There could be a very reduced workload week 1.
Yeah, and guys, don't forget.
And it's against Denver.
Yeah, Denver was a top 10 run defense last year.
Yeah.
So just temper expectations with Saquon. Yeah, definitely coming off that injury and on a tough matchup. And he's still having to deal with Daniel Jones, who he knows he's not going to get help in the passing game. So,
and I mean, all 3 of these running backs we just mentioned were first-round running backs. Like, you're playing these running backs. We're not saying don't play these running backs. We're just,
all of these were drafted in the first round.
Yeah, just don't expect them to win your week for you.
Yeah, not this week. Some matchups we do like, though. Najee Harris.
Yeah, I actually really like this matchup against Buffalo.
Yeah.
He is going to get the ball. He is going to be on the field so much, dude. If preseason's any indication, he is going to get everything.
Yeah, Buffalo was one of the worst defenses last year against the run.
Yep.
Definitely a lot better in the passing game than the run. But Najee, I think Pittsburgh's basically they've been waiting for a solid running back.
Yeah.
I literally think they're going to feed him the ball.
Yeah.
Just all day.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as they can't stop him, he's just going to keep getting it. Joe Mixon again.
Yeah. Against the Minnesota.
Yeah.
He should see everything. If there's Jamar Chase problems, he can catch the ball. Like, he should see a lot of this, and hopefully this could be a sneaky high-scoring game.
Yeah, it definitely could be. Yeah, and I love Joe Mixon this week.
Yeah.
James Robinson's last.
Yeah, this one's sneaky, but he's the only guy there. They're playing Houston, who's just god-awful at everything. He could see...
Isn't that the truth? They were the worst team last year against the run.
Yeah, and so...
one of the worst ones in coverage.
I wouldn't expect James Robinson of last year this year, even though Etienne's gone.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're still going to use a little bit more of a rotation, but he's still going to be the dominant running back in this rotation. He could see a lot of red zone work in this game. I like him.
Yeah, I mean, Trevor can also run the ball a little bit. I don't think they're going to have him doing any sort of quarterback design runs, but I do think that with Trevor's ability to also run, get in space, and then his passing ability, last year you had to rely on James Robinson.
Yep.
This year you don't necessarily have to, but I still think he's going to have a pretty good workload this week.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's jump into some wide receivers.
Go.
Some guys we like this week. Obviously, we kind of talked about it a little bit earlier with Tom Brady, but all of the Bucs wide receivers.
Yeah,
We couldn't choose one.
I would be fine if
just play them all.
Three. Yeah, if you have any of the three, play them.
And we actually know because we had a guy in our league that has two. So
yeah,
just play them both.
Mike Evans and Antonio Brown.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, if they're on the same team, that's going to be a much different situation. But
do it anyway.
Okay.
But all Bucs wide receivers, huge matchup again. Justin Jefferson, so Minnesota.
Yeah. Since he was good against the pass last year, but I do like this matchup. Justin Jefferson, he should have a very good week 1.
And then last, another sneaky play, Deebo Samuel, so San Francisco.
Yeah, I like this. Caleb brought this one up. I did not think about it at all, but I like it a lot.
And I don't even have it. Who's San Francisco playing?
The Lions.
Thank you. Yeah, the Lions.
Yeah, it's a terrible matchup, but there are concerns. Like, there is a chance Ayuk does not play in this game. If he does, he could be hampered. Deebo Samuel looks healthier right now. He's been in the offense longer. This is a good matchup, and I like Deebo here.
Yeah, and Detroit, I mean, they've been having their issues on defense for quite a while. They were the worst coverage defense last year.
Yeah. That was even after taking Acuna.
Yeah. Yes. We'll see this year. Some matchups we're not huge on. Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah. And this one's just, I mean, I wouldn't have expected much anyway, but he's playing the Chiefs. If you have him, I think I'll be starting him in a league we have him. I think we're going to be starting him, but it's like our flex or second flex spot.
Our second flex.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really hope, I mean, he's also coming off an injury.
The saving grace would be hopefully the Chiefs get up to a big lead. Browns just have to keep throwing the ball.
Yeah, pretty much. One that you brought up, Keenan Allen.
Yeah, he's playing Washington. I think they could just limit him to just an average game.
Yeah, well, I just think Washington's defense in general is going to limit that offense a little bit.
Very good.
Last but not least, Allen Robinson.
Yeah, it's just
Jaylen Ramsey.
Yeah, it's the Rams defense already the dominant best against the pass last year. They did lose some pieces, but they're still going to be incredible this year. And yeah, you have Jaylen Ramsey.
And you still have Aaron Donald.
Yeah, when Aaron Donald's pressuring the quarterback, that's the best pass coverage you can have.
Yeah. Real quick, just a couple tight ends we want to mention. Some that we're kind of worried about this week. TJ Hockinson, obviously, again, Detroit going against San Francisco.
And there's just not, I mean, San Francisco, they're going to have the ability to really key in on TJ Hockinson. There's just no one else to threaten them at all. There's a chance DeAndre Swift doesn't play in this game. So you're looking at like Jamal Williams. They cut Rashad Perriman. They still have Tyrell Williams, but it's really Amon-Ra St. Brown, TJ Hockinson.
Yep. But Jared Goff thinks that they can make the playoffs.
You keep thinking that, Jared.
if anybody saw that. Also this week, Mike Gesicki, Tua going against New England.
Yep.
It's just going to be a tough matchup. New England's defense is always good.
It's in New England. It's not that time of year to really make a big difference, but it's on the road. It is a much deeper skill position for the Dolphins now. A lot more pieces in the offense, and the Patriots are. Last year, their defense was fine, but they're also missing.
They're missing some pieces.
Incredible players.
Yeah, and now they're back.
Yeah.
So definitely going to be interesting. Some guys we like, obviously. Kelsey, Waller, Kittle.
Yeah, those don't count.
But Mark Andrews against Vegas should be a
be a smash play.
Goodness gracious. Should be a great play. So if you got him, play him.
Sign him. So hopefully first game, like a week, couple days after that signing, monster game.
Boom. And then we like Robert Tonyan.
Yeah.
New Orleans. Against New Orleans.
Yeah.
Green Bay against New
Orleans. Yeah. New Orleans is a very temperamental pass coverage defense. At times, they can be very against the run. They're one of the best. They've been one of the best for a long time. Against the pass, a few years ago, they were like lockdown city, but they're starting to get more and more temperamental, so they can have good times. But I think Tonyan here is going to be a good tight end play.
Thank you for watching the Fantasy Monsters on YouTube. If you liked today's episode, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel below. We also have a merch store we want you to check out with all new gear that we've got available. That'll be in the description. Also, if you want to see any past videos, you can check that out as well. Thank you so much for watching the Fantasy Monsters. We'll catch you next time.
Have a good one.